Are you able to solve this problem? Average of x numbers is y square and the average of y numbers is x square. So the average of all the numbers taken together is what? Are you able to solve this? Hello everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the topic averages. So which is the part of quantitative aptitude. So everyone must be knowing that for aptitude we have three parts: quantitative, reasoning and verbal. So under quantitative we have the topic averages that today we are going to deal with. Let's first understand what is the formula for averages, taking averages. So in case if we have three figures like 9, 11 and 13, let's say we have these three figures in front of us and we have to take average of these three numbers. So how do we take? We just add these three numbers and we divide that addition by count of those numbers. So 9 plus 11 plus 13 divided by 3. So this gives the addition 33 by 3 and this gives the answer as 11. So basically 11 is the average of these three numbers. This is how we calculate by using formula. Now same thing graphically we can represent if we draw a graph over here. Let's say here we have the values like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and so on. And here we have the points 1, 2, 3. So if we plot this first point against this first, 9 is the point, so we can plot it over here. Second point could be the 11, so we can plot that second point maybe over here. Third point is 13, we can plot that over here, maybe like this, approximately you can consider. So these are the 3 points, first, second and third point, and average is 11. If we have to find out the average over here on the graph, we can draw a line which is passing through the second point, 11. 11 is the average, so this is the average line of these 3 points. And as on the graph also we can see that one point, first point is below the average, third point is above the average, and this is the average line. So in reality we may have different numbers, but average is the value which ideally represents for every number. So ideally this first number should be 11, ideally this second number also should be 11, and ideally this third number also should be 11. So if we consider this concept averages, then ideally each number should be 11, but in reality, in real life, the numbers may not be same. It may not be of the same value of average, but it may have some ups and downs. It may have some deviations, and here we can see those deviations. So considering these concepts, today we will be solving few problems. Here we have the simplest problem maybe of this topic, easy level problem. The average income of 40 persons is 4200 and that of another 35 persons is 4000. The average income of the whole group is what? That we have to find out. So here you can pause the video, you can try for this question and then again check for the solution once you have solved the problem. So I hope since this is the simplest problem, you can solve on your own, and if not, let's go through the solution. So here we have one of the group, first group, which is having 40 persons in that, and the average of each person from that 40 persons is 4200. Then there is a second group which is of 35 persons, and average of every person of this 35% group is 4000. Then if we combine both the groups, average income of the whole group means if we combine both the groups 35 and 40, then what will be the combined average? This is how we have the problem statement. Now if we have to again elaborate it in detail, then here you can see first group we have which is having 40 persons, second group we have which is having 35 persons. So in 40 persons, this is the first person, second person, third person, fourth person and so on till 40th person. And in case of 35, again we had first person, second person, third person, fourth person, and so on. 35th person we have in this group. So what is given for this first person? The average income is 4200. That is already given. For second person also the average income is 4200. For third person also the average income is 4200. And for every person of this group the average income is 4200. So for last person also the average income is 4200. So this way, if we make a total of all the incomes of every person, then what will happen? 4200 plus 4200 plus 4200. This way we can add up to 40. So mathematically what we can do? 40 into 4200. That could be the calculation. So whatever answer it may have, let's keep it as it is as of now. Let's concentrate on second group now. In case of second group, we have 35 persons. Average income of every person is, again, it is given as 4,000, right? So for first person it is 4,000. For second person also it is 4,000. For third person also it is 4,000, and so on. For the last person, obviously, it will be again 4,000. So this way, we have 4,000 income of every person of this group. Again, if we add all these to make a total income of second group, it will be 4,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,000 till 35th. So total here will be 35 into 4,000. Got it? Now we got the total income of first group and total income of second group. Let's add these two. So adding those two, 40 into 4200 plus 35 into 4000. So this will be the total income of both the groups, entire group, divided by the count, number of persons, 40 plus 35. So this answer, this calculation should give the final answer. Okay, let's try to calculate 40 into 42. 4200, so we can double this. 42, double of 42 is 84, double of 84 is 168. So this gives 168, and these 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros as it is, plus 35 and into 4 first we will do. 35, double of 35 is 70, double of 70 is again 140, 140, and 3 zeros again as it is, 1, 2, 3. So addition of these two divided by 40 plus 35 is 75 as it is. Then adding both, so 160 plus 140 we can do, that is easy. 160 plus 40 is 200, 200 plus 100 is 300, 308, and 3 zeros will be as it is. So 308, 3 zeros as it is, divided by 75. Now if you know the table of 75, you can directly divide it to this number, or step by step you may go. For example, let's divide it by 5. 5 ones are 5, 2 is remaining, 5 5s are 25. So we are dividing it by 5 first. 5 6s are 30, 5 ones are 5, 3 is remaining, again 5 6s are 30, and 2 zeros will be as it is. Then again divide by 5, 3 will remain here. 5 ones are 5, 1 is remaining, 5 2s are 10, again 1 is remaining, 5 3s are 15, again 1 is remaining, 5 2s are, and 0 will be as it is. Now in this case, this is 1 plus 2 3, 3 plus 3 6, and 8 is the addition of digits. So we cannot divide this number by 3, but still we will try to get the answer in fraction. So our next division is 1 2 3 2 0 divided by 3. So if we again try to divide it by 3, so here we get 4, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 0, and 3 6s are. So remaining is 2 by 3. So final answer is 4106, 4106, and 2 by 3 is the fraction. So this is how we get the final answer as this. So this is the average income of the entire group if we combine both the groups. That is our final answer. Here we are on the second problem of this topic, averages. Let's read the problem first. The average weight of 5 persons sitting in a boat is 38 kg. The average weight of boat and persons sitting in a boat is 52 kg. What is the weight of the boat? The question is, we have to calculate weight of the boat. Okay. Now you can again here pause the video, try on yourself, and if not able to find out the answer, go through this solution. So as in case of previous problem, we were having two different groups. Here also we have two different groups. If you read the problem again, this is the first statement and this is the second statement, and third statement is having the question. Okay. So in case of first statement, we have given the information about the first group. In case of second statement, we have given information about the second group. So in case of first group, there are 5 persons who are sitting in a boat. Okay. So what is given? Average weight of 5 persons is given. Average weight of 5 persons. So let's say we have these 5 persons A, B, C, D and E. These are our 5 persons. Average weight of these 5 persons is given, which is 38. So A is having weight 38 kg, B is having weight 38 kg, C is also having 38, D is having 38 kg weight, and E is also having 38 kg of the weight. Right? This is given in first statement. In case of second statement, the average weight of boat and persons sitting in a boat is 52 kg. Now if you clearly read this and if you are able to understand this second statement, what is given? Average weight of boat and, this and is very important, average weight of boat and persons. So these 5 persons plus boat. So in case of second group, we have the 5 persons as it is, A, B, C, D, E, and we also have one more entity which is boat in addition to 5 persons. So this is the second group. Average weight of all these 6 entities is 52. That is 52. So A is having average 52, B is also having average 52, C is also having 52, D is also having average 52, E is having average weight as 52, and boat is also of 52 kg. So this is how average is given. Now here we have only persons, here we have persons plus boat. So how we can calculate weight of the boat? Simply what we can do, make a total of this, subtract this from this. Simple way. So 38. So here we can have 38 into 5. This is the total of 5 persons. 52 into 6 will be total of these 6 entities, persons plus boat. So whatever answer we may get here, subtract this from this, we will get the final answer. Let's do it. So 38 into 5, we don't know the answer. Let's consider this as 40. 40 into 5, 5 4s are 20. That easily we get answer as 200. But 2 less, 2 into 5 less, so 10 we can subtract, and final answer will be 200 minus 10, which is 190. So multiplication of this is 190. In this case, 5 into 6, let's do it first. So 5 6 are 30, 300 is the multiplication, and 2 is here, 6 2s are 12, so 312 should be the final answer in case of this calculation. So 312 minus 190, this should give the final answer. So 190, by calculating the remaining numbers to reach till 312, 190 plus 10 is 200, then 100, 200 plus 100 is 300, and remaining is 12. So 100 plus 10 is 110, 110 plus 12 is 122. 122 kg should be the weight of the boat, which is our final answer for this example. So here we have the third problem of this video. The average of 30 numbers is 15. The average of first 18 numbers is 10, and that of the next 11 numbers is 20. What the last number is what? What is the last number? Now this problem is, let's say, have medium difficulty level. So try this first on your own and if not, then we can solve here together. So I hope you might have tried. Let's try to solve this now together. Now in this question, if you don't understand it, read it again and again. The average of 30 numbers is 15. So there are 30 numbers. Maybe they may not be sequentially arranged. They may be the random numbers. But average of those 30 numbers, total 30 numbers are there. Average of those 30 numbers is 15. Average is 15. So few numbers might be less than 15. Few numbers might be more than 15. But average is 15. Okay. The average of first 18 numbers is 10. So out of those 30, if we consider the sequence, the first 18 number average is 10 and that of the next 11 numbers is 20. Next 11 numbers is 20. Then the last number is what? What will be the last number? Now if you concentrate on the given condition, you will understand that here we have first 18 numbers and the next 11 numbers. So 18 plus 11 is 29 and the remaining is the number 30. The last number is remaining and that is asked. So in this case what we can do, we can calculate the total of the given numbers. So 30 numbers are there and average is 15. So total of all numbers, addition of all, total of all numbers will be equals to 15 into 30, or 30 numbers are there and average is 15. So this is the addition. Okay, addition of all the numbers, total is here. Then we have first 18 numbers. So if we again take the total of first 18 numbers, so we can write it here. First 18 numbers equals to 18 numbers are there and the average is 10. So these are the addition of first 18 numbers, total of first 18 numbers. Next 11 numbers we have, so we can write it down as it is. Next 11 numbers, here we have total of next 11 numbers. So that will be 11 numbers into average is 20. 11 into 20. So this way we can calculate. Now first 18 numbers are there, next 11 numbers are there and last remaining is 30, the number 30. So if we calculate this total and if we subtract these two numbers values from the total, we will automatically get the last number. Okay, let's try to do it. 30 into 15, 15 3s are 45, so 450 will be the answer here. 18 into 10, it will be 180, 180. 11 into 2, it will be 220, 220. So let's add these two first and then we can subtract these from this. Okay, addition of these two will be 220 plus 80, 300, 300 plus 100 will be 400. If we subtract 400 from 450, we get the answer as the number 50. And that's why the last number which is asked, the last number is 50. Our answer is 50. Okay, here we have one more problem of this average topic. Average of 50 numbers is 30. If 35 and 40 are removed from the list, what will be the average of remaining numbers? So this could be called as medium to high difficulty level question. So it seems to be difficult question, but it is actually very easy. Once you understand, you will make it. So let's read it again, try on your own and try to find out the answer. If not, together we will be solving it. Now in this question, average of 50 numbers is 30. So there are 50 numbers, we don't know which are those numbers, but average of these 50 numbers is 30. So here again we can say that few numbers out of 50 will be more than having value 30. Few numbers might have a lesser value than 30. 30 is the average line of those 50 numbers. Now out of those 50 numbers, if these two numbers 35 and 40, these two numbers are removed from that list, what will be the average of remaining numbers? Okay, so here again we have two different scenarios. In first scenario, we can say that we have 50 numbers and average is 30. So total of all those numbers will be 5 3s are 15 and 2 zeros. 1500 is the total of all those numbers. Now out of these 50, two numbers we are removing. We are removing two numbers. So out of 1500 we are subtracting 35 and 40. Right? So in case of second case or second scenario, we are removing 35 and 40. 35 number and 40 number. These two numbers we are removing. So 1500 minus 35 minus 40. What should be the answer? 35 plus 40 is 75. So 1500 minus 75 should give 1425. 1425 is the remaining of, what is this? It is the total of remaining numbers. Total of remaining numbers. Now initially we had 50 numbers, but since two numbers are removed, so now we have only 48 numbers with us. We have only 48 numbers with us. Now question is, what is the average of remaining numbers? So these are remaining numbers. This is the total of remaining numbers. So how we can calculate the average? Total of these numbers is here 1425. Total is 1425 divided by count is 48. Okay. Now to solve this, we don't know the table of 48. So let's go step by step. Simply let's divide it by 2. So here we will remain with 24. And here it will be 0, then 7, 2 7s are 14, so 7, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, and 0.5, 2 5s are 10. So this is the remaining part, 0 we can skip. Then again divide it by 2, so 12 is the remaining part, 2 3s are 6, and 1 is remaining, 2 5s are, again 1 is remaining, 2 6s are 12, and here we have 25. Again let's divide it by 2, so 6 is remaining, 2 1s are 2, 1 is remaining, 2 7s are 14, 1 is remaining, 2 8s are, and here it will be 2 1s are 2 and 1 2 5. Again we can divide it by 2, so remaining will be 3, yeah, and if we divide it by 2, it is 2 8s are 16, then 1 is remaining, 2 9s are 0.20, then 2 6 are 2 and 5. And finally we can divide it by 3, and here 3 2s are 6, then 2 is remaining, so 3 9s are 27, again 2 is remaining, 3 6 are 18, again 2 is remaining, and 3 8s are 24, and further we can solve. So finally the answer is 29.68 and something. So we can write this answer as 29.68. That is the final answer, which is the average of remaining numbers, remaining 48 numbers. Average of remaining 48 numbers is 29.68. Perfect answer. So here we have the last question of this video. Let's read it first. A student's marks were wrongly entered as 83 instead of 63. So marks got wrongly entered as 83 instead of 63. 63 are the actual marks, right marks. 83 are the wrongly entered, mistake marks. Due to that, the average marks for the class got increased by half. Average marks got increased by half for the entire class. How many students are there in the class? Okay, so this is a high difficulty level question. Try this on your own, at least do some steps. If not, then together we will solve it. Okay. I hope you might have tried this, and here let's try to solve this. We will read the question again and again so that we will understand it first, and then some steps we can perform. So a student's marks were wrongly entered as 83 instead of 63. So one of the student of that entire class, he got 63 marks, but teacher wrongly entered those 63 marks as 83 instead of 63. The marks got entered as 83. Okay, wrongly entered marks, and because of this mistake, average marks for the entire class got increased by half. So obviously if 63 marks were entered, the average got reduced, and if 83 is entered mistakenly, Since 83 is higher than 63, obviously the average of the entire class is going to get increase, right? Now we have to find out how many students are there in the class. So what we can do, simple step, since we have to find out number of students, let's consider that x is the number of students, total number of students in the class. X is the total number of students, and since 83 is the wrongly entered marks and 63 is the right marks, what we can more assume that, let's consider A is the average marks, which is the average when the marks are rightly considered, that is 63 is considered, that this is the A, and total marks we can consider that N. Okay, total number of marks. So these three variables we can consider here. X is the number of students in the class, total number of students. A is the average, actual average when 63 is entered, and N is the total number of marks, total marks we can say, addition of all the marks for all the students, right? Now what we can write from this is, since in case of actual marks 63, so we can consider that N is the number of marks for the total students excluding this particular student, So in case of actual case, right case, we may have X number of students, so this is going to remain as it is. Average is going to remain as it is. Since in case of 83 mistaken marks, it is going to increase by half. So in case of 63, it is going to remain as it is. N is the total of all the marks of students excluding this particular student, and including this particular student it will be N plus 63. Okay, so now N plus 63 is the total marks of the students, all the students. A is the average of, actual average of those students, and X is number of students. In case of second case, when mistake happened, 83 is the wrongly entered marks, so we can consider this as N plus 83. In that case, this is wrongly entered marks. We can consider this average. Now this will not remain as it is A, it is going to increase by half. So here we can consider that A plus 1 by 2 or 0.5 as you find suitable, and number of students are going to remain as it is. X will remain as it is. Now what is our formula? Let's use the formula. Average A is equals to number of marks N plus 63 divided by number of students count, which is X. This we get one equation, and from this second case we will get another equation which will be A plus 0.5 is equals to N plus 83 mistaken marks divided by this X will remain as it is. This X will remain as it is. Now by using these two equations we can find out value of X. Okay, let's try to do it. How we can solve that? So here we can bring this X on this side. So this will become AX. I will make the changes over here itself. So this will become AX. Here we have AX when we bring this X on this side. So AX is equals to N plus 63 is the equation, and if I bring this X also on this side, it will become AX. So it will be AX plus 0.5x. It will get multiplied to both AX plus 0.5x. Now we have this equation, AX is equals to N plus 63, AX plus 0.5x is equals to N plus 83. Let's subtract the second equation from first equation. So what we will get after subtraction, we will get, this is AX is plus, this is minus, so this will get cancelled. This will become minus 0.5x, right, is equals to, this is N minus N, this is plus N, this is minus N, this will also get cancelled. This is 63, so 63 we can write here, minus 83. So 63 minus 83 will give answer as minus 20. Okay, so here we have minus 0.5x is equals to minus 20, minus minus sign we can cancel. So 0.5x is 20, so x is equals to 20 divided by 0.5. 0.5 is nothing but half, so we can consider this 0.5 as half. So this half 2 is at the bottom, we can send it to the numerator. So it will be 20 into 2, which gives the answer as 40. So number of students in the class is 40, which is x. X is the number of students, so this is the answer, final answer. So this is how you can solve any problem of averages. If you go on practicing different problems, you will find it very easy. So the tip from my side will be practice as much as possible of different cases. So these are this question, particularly this question is difficult question. Previous to this was medium difficulty. First and second question was easy level. So accordingly, you can solve these questions of different levels and try to become confident on this topic. Yeah, thank you. At the start of this video, we have seen this problem. Let's try to solve this now. Average of x numbers is y square and the average of y numbers is x square. Now this may seem to be very difficult problem or maybe a confusing problem, but believe me, this is very easy. Okay, so as we have seen the previous problems, here also in this problem we have two groups or two different situations, scenarios. So first group is average of x numbers. So there are x numbers of which average is given as y square, and in case of second group we have y numbers and average of each number from this y numbers group is x square. Okay, this is how the situation is. Now we can solve this by our regular method. So in first group, if we consider the average of x numbers is y square is given. So in case of first group we have x numbers, so those may be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till x. And in case of second group we have y numbers. So here also we may have the 1, 2, 3, 4 till y. These are the two groups. Now in case of first group, the average is given as y square. So first number may be ideally can be seen as y square. Second number also can be ideally seen as y square. Third number is also y square, fourth number is also y square, and till the number x, that is also can be considered as y square because average is y square. Same in the case of second group, there are y numbers. So first number can be ideally seen as x square because average is x square. Then second number is also seen as x square, third number is also seen as x square, fourth is also, and the last number which is y number is also ideally seen as x square. Okay, so this is how we have these two groups. Now if we have to make total of first group, how we can make it? So we have x numbers in first group, so x multiplied by y square will be the total of first group. Similarly in case of second group there are y numbers, so y multiplied by x square could be the total of second group. Okay, so when we add total of both the groups, so the question is average of all numbers taken together, so we need to add total value of first group and second group. So what could be the formula? Average is equals to total of first group is multiplication of these both, x into y square, plus second group multiplication of y and x square. So here we have total of both these numbers divided by, there will be a total count at the denominator. So here we have x numbers and here we have y numbers. Total will be x plus y. This is how we can calculate the average. Okay. Now solving this further, we can take x and y common from both these terms. So if we take x and y common, here we will remain with y. in the bracket, plus here we will remain with x, so that will be as it is in the bracket. Denominator will be as it is, x plus y, that we can keep in bracket. So here y plus x and x plus y, these two brackets we can cancel, as these are same, and the remaining part will be xy, and that is the final answer, which is option B. So option B, xy, is the answer for this question. So that's it for this topic. In future we may solve few more problems of this topic. So as of now, let's end this video. Thank you.